Anyway, thanks very much, Reed, and good afternoon to you all. This is one of those days which is of particular significance to me because it represents a coming together of a lot of things in my past, my present, and my future. A few hours ago, I was in Toronto, which is where I grew up, and I spent a few hours talking to some grade 11 students from St. Michael's College, which is the high school where I studied. But Windsor also holds many personal memories for me as I spent 3 years on the campus here at the University of Windsor. And as a matter of fact, I had lunch today at the Dominion House, just to bring back some memories. Same chairs, same carpet, same burgers. And I don't drink much now. Ken will make fun of this in a moment. But I tried a beer, and the beer hasn't changed either. Coming here today, I reconnected with a number of places that were an integral part of my experience here. And I confess that those places include the pubs where I tried without much success to learn how to drink beer. Some people think that it was probably the best part of my academic education. But in addition to my personal memories, this event brings me to my present work, which, as you well know, now occupies my whole life. And it's with this gathering today that we look forward with a new and refreshed optimism to the future of Chrysler Canada and to the plant itself. We have a long-standing commitment to Windsor, with Chrysler Canada headquarters here and the continued operation of this plant, which has its origins in going back to 1928. In fact, we are the only automaker currently operating an assembly facility in Windsor. Our celebration today is possible only because industry, trade unions, and government recognize the need to adapt to a fundamentally different set of new realities. The federal government of Canada and the province of Ontario provided loans that gave us the opportunity to create and recraft our future. And I want to personally thank Prime Minister Stephen Harper and the Premier Dalton McGuinty for their leadership and for their assistance as we transition to this new world back in 2009. Chrysler Group owes a deep debt of gratitude to taxpayers in both Canada and the United States for the loans that enabled a re-energized and a restructured company to emerge about 19 months ago. And we recognize, all of us recognize, that we have a moral responsibility to fulfill our promises, to justify these investments, and to pay back every penny that was loaned to us. And it is my pleasure to celebrate another production launch here with Ontario Minister of Finance, Dwight Duncan. We were together a couple of weeks ago at our Brampton plant launching the Chrysler 300, the Dodge Charger, and the Dodge Challenger. Minister Duncan has undoubtedly provided crucial support in helping put Chrysler back on a viable path. Thank you, Minister. And I would also like to welcome Ontario's Minister of Economic Development and Trade, Sandra Pupatello, who has been a strong and energetic supporter of the auto industry, and in particular, a long-standing friend to Chrysler. Minister. I'm very pleased that Windsor Mayor Eddie Francis is with us today because this is undoubtedly an important event for the community. I also want to thank once again, publicly, Ken Luenza, the president of the CAW, for joining us today. The success of this plant and our minivans is recognized by both of us as being crucial to our collective future. By working together in good faith, we helped preserve more than 4,300 jobs operating on 3 shifts at the Windsor Assembly Plant alone. We are in this battle together. We must continue to put our trust in each other and make a true, full-faith effort to work together. World-class manufacturing, or WCM, is being implemented here at the Windsor Assembly Plant as well as in all of our other plants worldwide. It is a system that depends on the full support of the union and the full engagement of workers at all levels who are empowered to take full ownership of the process. The goals of WCM are to improve safety, efficiency, quality, and flexibility by rooting out waste wherever it's found. And on its most basic level, WCM represents the fundamental values of self-respect, of respect for others and for the environment. And this is why WCM is a true change agent for the whole company. Putting dignity back into the workplace is an important part of WCM. We rolled it out here, and about 30,000 hours of training focused on the principles of the system and how to identify and attack waste and losses on the line. Employee input is being valued and is being sought up front before changes are made, making WCM implementation much smoother. In 2010, more than 72% of the workforce here was involved in suggestions and continuous improvement activities. Windsor Assembly employees submitted more than 30,000 suggestions, a sign that there's a renewed sense of ownership. The system has helped eliminate many unsafe conditions with a 52% reduction in injury frequencies. And another area of significant improvement has been the area of autonomous maintenance. Workers, our people, are now taking responsibility for cleaning and inspection of equipment in order to eliminate breakdowns. And this is an important step in maximizing our existing resources and reducing waste. In total, the implementation of WCM resulted in plant savings of more than 46 million Canadian dollars just in 2010. Now, Windsor Assembly plays an essential role for Chrysler. In addition to the Chrysler Town & Country and the Dodge Caravan, the plant has the flexibility also to build cargo vehicles and products for the international market with right-hand drives and diesel engines. Production at the Windsor Assembly Plant rose 62% last year. And overall, Chrysler's Canadian production rose 51%, making us the #2 manufacturer in this country in 2010. And furthermore, the Dodge Grand Caravan was one of the country's top 5 best-selling vehicles. We have set, as Reed said, an all-time sales record for the Grand Caravan, and altogether our minivan sales in Canada grew by 37% in 2010. In fact, Chrysler Canada claimed 74% of the Canadian minivan market.